This video is going to cover how we box up the machine. Now, if you ever need to send the machine back for a service, if you need to transport it anywhere, it's always recommended to do that in the manufacturer's packaging. So it's really important that you keep hold of that. So what we're going to do is go through how we dismantle the machine, so removing the material, taking the spool holders off, disconnecting the power, and then also how we put that back into the box to make sure it's safe to transport and there's no damage that can happen in transit. So the first thing we need to do in terms of the boxing up of the machine is, first of all, cut the power, disconnect the power supply and unplug that from the wall. Once we've got that unplugged, we're then going to go through and dismantle the spool holder, take that off there so it doesn't cause any damage to the packaging, and also then remove the glass plate from the machine as well. So that's going to be undoing the two front clips and pulling that out from the machine. So now we have everything laid out that needs to go back into the box, let's go through what needs to go in where and how we're going to make sure that all fits. So the first thing and the easiest thing is the power supply unit itself. So this is quite big and cumbersome, but it fits into the nice big cardboard box in the centre section. So we're just going to make sure that all that's in there, tucked away quite nicely. And that then also means we've got a good foundation for everything else to go in around that. Now, in the left hand side of the box here, we tend to fit in the data cable and also the kettle lead. And then we can tuck that away as well in there. And that means that everything else we can tuck away into the right hand side. So we'll start off with the oil, tucks in there, the nozzle, the screwdriver, the USB drive, the spool holder, the grease, and finally the calibration card. As we start to tuck that away down there, what you'll find is on the top of this box here is that the glass plate will fit in quite nicely, and you'll also see that the top, well, every corner here has a protective sleeve on. It's really important that they go on because it's tempered glass and it's more than likely going to shatter if it gets damaged from the corner. So make sure we get those covered. Tuck that onto the top there, and we can just fold over the accessory box, and that's that already boxed up. So the next stage of the process is to make sure that we get the machine into the box safely so that there isn't any transit damage. Now, the one thing that's really important is that we have the right areas of foam in the right parts of the box. Okay, so what we have here is you have a larger piece and a smaller piece. The larger 4 pieces of the 8 go to the bottom and the smaller go to the top. Okay, and you can also see there's a small cutout here which matches the profile of the bottom of the machine. Okay, so let's make sure we position those in each corner of the printer box, which then means that the printer can sit quite nicely on top of that. So we're going to place the printer inside the box, like so, and again making sure that's firmly sat in position. The next stage is putting these smaller pieces onto the top of the machine, like so on each corner. We then have the cardboard top, so what we're going to do is place that over here, and that's then making sure we've got a nice foam protection around the machine. Okay, we then have the next cardboard cutout, and that's just going to place nicely on top of here, which is where the accessory box, the filament and the how-to guide is going to go. Okay, so the wider of the 2 sections is where the accessory box goes. So we grab that, that's just going to be placed nice and snug in there. We're then going to place the filament box, then the manuals, and then it's finally time for the lid to go over the top and us to lock that in place with the white clips. So the final stage of this is that we need to put the cardboard sleeve over the top of the box. So I'm just going to spin this through 90, pick up the box like so, slide that over the top, and then we're going to use these white clips and they're going to go into here like so, and they're just going to click into position.